Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. And I do hope that everyone listening has a blessed, happy New Year. You know, if you do a word study in the Bible on new, you'll find a very interesting thing that will be revealed by looking up that word new. There are also many words that are conveyed the same message of new, like renew, renewing your mind. Uh, New has something special to convey to God's people. We are told that His mercies are new every morning. Great is His faithfulness. Lamentations 3:23. Lamentations 5:21 says, "Turn thou us unto thee, O Lord, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old." Ezekiel 11:19, "I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you. I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them a heart of flesh." A new spirit. Cast away from you all your transgressions whereby you have transgressed, and make you a new heart and a new spirit. Well, I'm glad that we have the promises of not only the fact that God's mercies are new every morning, great is His faithfulness, but He tells us He will put a new heart in us and a new spirit He will give us. He also talks about the fact that we're not to put new wine into old wineskins, but we're to put the new wine into new wineskins. There's something about a new year that brings with a lot of people make New Year's resolutions and everything else, and they last for maybe. But Jesus Christ um, is able to renew our spirits, renew our lives. That's what redemption is all about. That's what it's all about. And when we have been given a new spirit, a new heart will I give unto you. He tells us the old things are passed away, and behold, all things have become new. We're in a new year. We're in a new year. We can use this as a time for looking at redemption and the new mercies of in a new way. You know, why does He call the place that He's prepared for us coming down out of God, out of heaven, a new Jerusalem? Why does He not call it the old covenant? Why does He call it a new covenant? He says in Matthew 26:29, "But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." There's this aspect of newness. You know, when you buy something from the store, you go and get some new carpet, that smell of the new carpet, there's something about newness of life, newness. You go buy a brand new car, that smell, that brand new car, you know, and, Jesus Christ was laid um, in someone who had a tomb. And if you look in Matthew 27:60, He laid it in His own new tomb. Jesus Christ was buried in a new tomb. Okay. No man also seweth a piece of new cloth on an old garment. Else that filled it up taketh away the old, and the rent is made worse. No man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But the new wine must be put in new bottles. We should be praying this New Year's Day that God would fill us with new wine, with new spiritual wine. A lot of people probably drunk a lot of wine last night, a lot of liquor and alcohol, and got sauced. But I'm talking about spiritual wine. Christ said in Mark 14:24, "This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many." You know, we're not under the old law service. We're under the new covenant. Um, and so, um, so we must realize that there is something about being renewed. You know, by the renewing of your mind, we are told, to prove what is that perfect and good will of God, the renewing of our minds. And so let us this morning think on these things about this. The newness of life, the refreshing that God brings in, the redemption, the renewing of our spirits, the causing us to walk in ways that are uh, pleasing to Him, and realize that His mercies are new every morning. What did He, when the Holy Spirit came in Acts 2 and those people were baptized, um, they were not full of new wine, but they were full of the new wine of the Spirit, were they not? God gave them something new in their lives. And a lot of people are looking for new doctrines. They don't want to stay in the old paths. They're looking for new doctrines. But I'm here to tell you that the best doctrine is the new doctrine, which is the old doctrine. What I mean by that is um, Romans 7:6 says, we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us, 1 Corinthians 5:7. He has made us ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. 2 Corinthians 4:16, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. 1 Corinthians 5:17, therefore if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things are passed away, behold, all things have become new. So on this New Year's Day, let us think on these things. Let us realize we're living under the new covenant. And we're a new creature. Circumcision availeth nothing. We're to be renewed in the spirit of our mind, that we put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. And, you know, a new covenant. He hath made the first old, now that which decayeth, and waxeth old, is ready to vanish away. I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, by a new and living way which he hath consecrated for us through the veil, that is to say, his flesh. And and to Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant, to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel. And also we look according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And so let us realize that we are living in this day, this New Year's Day. We can look forward to the new Jerusalem coming down out of God, out of heaven. We're told in Revelation 5:9, they sang a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. Thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. They sung as it were a new song before the throne. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven. And he sat upon the throne and said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said, Write unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. Let us, on this New Year's Day, proclaim the new covenant, and let us look for the new Jerusalem, wherein dwelleth righteousness. God bless.